Skip it up and that up. Oh baby, I'm back and sexier than ever. Now I'm gonna say right now there's gonna be a couple announcements first. If you are not interested in any announcements and just want to get right to the news story, the top pinned comment below will have a time code. If you click on that, you'll get right to the news and don't have to listen to any of this. First off, I want to give a huge shout out to the company Ulakit for sending me out this L-shaped desk. No, they are not sponsoring this video. However, they sent me the desk to check out and I like it. It was easy to put together. It's nice to have both my monitors on here. It's not in the ideal spot right now as you're seeing from the footage, but we're actually going to be going to a new place relatively soon and this desk will be very useful there. So I'm definitely enjoying it more than the previous desk I had. If you are interested in getting the Ulakit L-shaped office desk, I will have an affiliate link below in the description. And yes, it is an affiliate link and that does help out the show. So if you want to get a desk, check this one out. Secondly, why are you seeing gameplay footage? Actually, more specifically, why are you seeing gameplay footage of the private beta of Call of Duty Black Ops 4? Well, my network sent me out a beta code, wanted me to post up some gameplay, and I had a morbid curiosity. And how do I feel about Black Ops 4? It's exactly what I expected it to be. Also, too, at the studio, I am cameraless right now. A buddy and colleague of mine had to go on a shoot and needed a second GH5 to use, and I let him borrow mine. And to be honest with you, you're going to see gameplay anyway because I'm going to be reviewing the AverMedia Live Gamer 4K GC573 capture card. Name just rolls right off the tongue. I wasn't sent a review unit of this internal PCIe capture card from AverMedia. I purchased it with my own funds. And so far, so good. Obviously, this isn't a review, but the HDR footage I have captured with this card is absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, right now, I'm still trying to figure out the secret sauce of how to upload HDR footage that isn't raw. I've tried to render it in Vegas, I've tried to render it in Premiere, and it just doesn't come out looking right. So I'm hoping with future iterations of Premiere and Vegas, they'll have some presets that'll work nice with HDR footage. So this is just plain Jane 4K 60 FPS gameplay that you're seeing right now. And minus the fact that Black Ops 4 isn't really that pretty of a game, the footage from it does look gorgeous, even if it is not in high dynamic range from this capture card. So expect a review sometime next week, but until then, you're going to see a lot of gameplay because I need to record a lot of gameplay to see how the card performs. So Billy Mitchell. Billy Mitchell.
Oh, Billy.
Billy goddamn hot sauce slurping Mitchell. He wasn't just going to accept defeat and let Twin Galaxies strip away his Donkey Kong high score crown. On Twitch just a few days ago, he actually live streamed himself playing on a real Donkey Kong arcade cabinet, him hitting 1,000,000 points. So, yay? He's the undisputed Donkey Kong king again? Yeah, not really. At least not officially. Well, anyway, here is the backstory on Billy Mitchell. What he is known for is his insanely high scores in the arcade game Donkey Kong. In 2005, he was verified to have hit 1,047,200 points. In 2007, he achieved 1,050,200 points. And again, in 2010, in the arcade game Donkey Kong, Billy Mitchell hit 1,062,800 points. And until early this year, he was the verified undisputed king of Kong.
Oh, Billy.
In early 2018, the footage that Billy submitted of him playing Donkey Kong and reaching those insanely high scores came into question, and it was proven with a lot of research that he may have actually been playing Donkey Kong on a MAME emulator and not an actual arcade cabinet. And how was this figured out? Well, the MAME emulator actually loads in the sprites from Donkey Kong differently than the native arcade hardware. And when you look at the footage of Billy's gameplay, it loads the sprites in like the emulator MAME, not like the original arcade hardware. The YouTuber Apollo Legend actually explained this much better than I can, and I'll show you a little clip of footage where he proves that Billy was playing Donkey Kong on MAME, not on an arcade cabinet. Take a look.
When running this game on the original arcade cabinet, each level will load from the left and right sides inwards, kind of like a curtain closing motion. But while running this game on MAME, which is an arcade emulator, the level loads in pieces like this. Here's some test footage from Jeremy Young. Here's the emulator. And now here's a clip from Billy Mitchell's first million-point score. Quite clear evidence that Billy's score was run on MAME. Here's a clip of another level loading from Jeremy Young on an arcade cabinet. Here's the same level loading on MAME. And here's Billy's video. So that's 2 times he's played on emulator and lied about it being an arcade cabinet.
So with the damning evidence coming forth that pretty much proves that Billy used MAME to get those very high scores in Donkey Kong, Twin Galaxies stripped away his high score crown, and he was publicly shamed by the entire gaming community for cheating, and he can never again achieve a high score and have it documented by Twin Galaxies. Now, to try to clear his name, on July 29th, he was at the Gaming Focused Glitch Bar in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where they had an actual Donkey Kong arcade cabinet, and like I showed footage before, he actually did hit the million-point mark. But I got some bad news for you, Billy. It's too damn late. So look, I think it's great that Billy proved that he is actually capable of hitting the million-point mark at Donkey Kong. I applaud him. That's wonderful. But Billy, it doesn't prove that you didn't cheat. It does nothing. That's kind of like saying to a very capable athlete who took performance-boosting drugs, that's like saying, Billy, oh, said baseball player took anabolic steroids. He no longer takes them now, and he's performing as well as when he was on the steroids. So even though we have blood tests to prove that he took the steroids, maybe he didn't just because he's just as good now as he was with the steroids before. No, that just probably means that he was training to get himself as good as when he was on the performance-enhancing drugs. And that's probably what you did, Billy, from February when people first started calling you out, and then you got your name stripped from Twin Galaxies. You may have practiced your ass off at Donkey Kong so you could hit 1,000,000 points in the game. And you did. That's great. I probably could never do that. I applaud you. But the evidence is there. I showed it in the video. You could clearly see that you were using an emulator to play Donkey Kong with the footage that you submitted. The only thing that I could think of that might exonerate Billy Mitchell, and I'm sure that the people at Twin Galaxies and everyone else who researched this, looked into this, is if there might be another revision of the Donkey Kong arcade hardware out there that may load the sprites similar to MAME. I don't think it exists, because I'm sure people would have taken that into account, but maybe there's a 0.000000001% chance that that may have been looked over, and that may be what's out there. Maybe Billy just so happened to use this very rare Donkey Kong arcade cabinet that has different hardware in it that loads the sprites similar to MAME. I don't think so, but I'm just trying to be objective here. But even beyond the footage I showed you, there's more evidence that Billy cheated at Donkey Kong and just wanted to get his name on the top of the scoreboard. Please, I encourage you, I'll have a link below in the description. Go watch Apollo Legends video. So Billy, I'll end this video by making you an offer. If you didn't cheat at Donkey Kong, and the evidence that's been stacked up against you is completely inaccurate, come on my live stream someday and let's discuss it. Exonerate yourself. Granted, I'm far from the most relevant person in the gaming community, so I'm sure you wouldn't be too thrilled about taking up my offer, but what the hell, maybe you will, and I'd love to hear your take on this anyway. I truly would be interested, and you could explain your side of the story to my subscribers. I'm sure they would love to hear your take as well. This is Richard Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.
Oh, Billy.